Welcome, hockey fans, back to the Cockburn Ice Arena for this first semifinal of the 2025 Under-18 Sid Tange National Championship between South Australia and Victoria. Victoria defending the goal to our right on camera as the home team. South Australia, the goal to our left. With me in the commentary box is Evan Locke. Welcome, Evan.
Thank
back
you, Chris.
From your deathbed, I hear.
Feel a bit back from the dead. Thanks for having me, Chris. It's a pleasure.
I hope your voice lasts.
Me too. This hot tea is going to go somewhere, I tell you what.
Should be an exciting matchup. South Australia has been punching a bit above their weight. They've had a decent tournament. They'll have Murphin in goal to start, I'm assuming that Pappas will be starting for Victoria. The lineups for today's game, if you want to do the visiting team, South Australia.
Absolutely. So we have number 10, Blake Ong. Number 11, Mickey Noddle. 12, Jack Bode. 17, Etienne Jevnovsky. 19, Jeremy Gagnon. 21 is Young and Song. 33 is Max Marquardt. 73, Zach Hannon. 40 is Isla Truce. 46, Dominic Trinka. 47, Hudson Elsie, or Els. 50, Gabriel Kudelka. 66, Damon Van Eynem. 91, Nikita Loria. 97, Luca Loria. 37, Zach Murphin. In goal starting. 39, Riley Knapp. Backup goaltender. We have Brody Clark.
I think it's the other way around. I think Murphin's starting in goal.
Yeah. And Brody Clark and Lachlan Henley.
They're reserves, yep.
Head coach is Jeremy Frederick. Assistant coach, Jared Siemens. Assistant coach, Andrew Chen. And team manager is Kavetka Kudelkova.
Kudakova, yep. I think that's right. I'm not sure myself. For the Victorian side, number 1, Rowan Barrett, the alternate captain. Number 2, Joseph Sanluigi. Number 3, Nico Terminen. Number 4, Lachlan Hodge. Number 6, Jet Porter. Number 7, Alvin Chen. Number 8, Anson Chen. Number 9, Flynn Gower. Number 10, Lucas Hunter. Number 11, Mitchell Collins. 12, Keenan Nelson. 13, Artem Estafeev. Number 15, the captain, Rafael Lakandula. Number 16, Leo Lynn. Number 18, Jared Downs. 19, Lucas C. Number 20, goaltender Tom Pappas, who will start with backed up by 31, Corey Dang. Head coach Joseph Niamuka. Alternate Steve Zanlugi. And team manager Emma Poynton. Officials for today's game, wearing the red armbands, Fraser Olsen and just see, I've got Nick Air and Jake. Sorry, Luke Power and Jake. I'll get that for you a minute off the opening draw. Dumped into the zone. Victoria, they get it deep. Behind the goal, South Australia chip it up the boards. That's number 10, Ung. He gets it out of the zone. Chipped ahead down the wing into the middle of the ice. That's the alternate captain, Song. He gets it in deep. Back down the ice it comes for icing. As we get those officials, Luke Power and got to look through my Luke Power and Jake O'Brien.
Chris, I've been, as you mentioned, on the deathbed here for a few days, and I haven't seen these games. I do see a size difference here in South Australia. Has there been, you said punching above their weight. I assume that means the Victoria team looked like the stronger team thus far?
I think so. They finished first overall in the standings. South Australia fourth. And we got our first, not a power play, but an injury has taken into the boards hard. Was the Victoria player. These boards at Cockburn Ice Arena are set in concrete and steel and have absolutely no give to them. So hard hits are at risk. Down in the corner. Looks like it might be the captain, Rafael Lakandula. Slow to get up. We're just waiting to see. Just took a hard hit into the boards.
Chris, you did mean that literally. These boards are absolute rocks. There's no give whatsoever. Teammates down on one knee. Everyone's concerned right now, but he does have attention.
No penalty on the play that I'm aware of, but the officials are discussing it. So we're going to take a bit of a break from the live stream as the Victoria player gets attention. I'm still not 100% certain the number, so we'll put the delayed game up on screen, and we'll be back shortly for the continuation of this semifinal matchup. And we're back. Cockburn Ice Arena. Brief interlude there as the Victoria player, I believe that was Lakandula, skates off the ice under his own steam. No penalty on the call. You can see on the rebound it was a pretty hard replay. It was a pretty hard hit. You can probably rewind it on the live stream to have a look at it if you want to. Just turned his back, got the hit on the shoulders, and went into the board. So off the face-off, Loria, he brings it back to the middle of the ice, gets it out of his own, back into the Victoria zone. That's Barrett with it behind the goal. He swings it up onto the wing. Breaking in down the left side, right side, crossing the middle. Back to the right side it goes. Kudelka gets it D to D to Loria. Loria stops up behind the goal. Puts it off the back of the net to himself, and out he comes, looking for the breakout pass. That's off his stick. Back comes Victoria. Over to the D partner, Barrett. He crosses the line, takes the shot right into the glove of goaltender Zach Murphin.
Perfect. Solid glove there, solid glove.
Yeah, and he'll take that puck every day from that far out and no screen in front.
Especially coming off a long break like that, it's a good little warm-up.
Yeah, you want to touch that puck and feel it right away.
Exactly.
Face off to the left. Trinka in on Astafeev. Oh, big hit on number 16 for Victoria. Leo Lynn picked up in front, New South Wales. They drop it down. Into the corner, up onto the half boards. Out to the blue line. Back into the neutral zone. Victoria's own zone. That's Astafeev. He gets it up. That's number 8 with it, Anson Chan. Over the blue line. Chipped back out of the zone. Trinka. He's chasing down Astafeev. They go into the boards. Picked up behind the net by Nelson. He reverses into the corner. Out in front of his own net, that's Astafeev. He gets it up to the blue line, but not out. Trinka, he dumps it in. Takes a light bump from Astafeev. Back behind the Victoria goal. South Australia putting some forechecking pressure on. They've got 2 guys in deep. To the blue line, fired, deflected into the corner. After it is number 33, Max Markard behind the goal. To the point, and out comes Victoria, one-on-one down the right side. Good stick by big defenseman. That's number 66 for South Australia. They win the puck D to D, out to the blue line, off the boards, down into the New South Wales Victoria zone. Back comes Victoria. That's number 19 over the blue line with it. Lucas A. Into the corner, taken out by Loria. On the boards. Back to say, back to the blue line. Barrett stops it with his skate. Blocked, knocked down. Out comes South Australia as Ung fires it into the zone. He didn't realize his teammate was there, ready for that loose puck on the breakout. Loria, he gets it in behind the goal. Around the boards to his brother on the point. Barrett picks it up, looking for an outlet, gets it up the middle of the ice. Kudelka, he picks that off. Back to Luca Loria. He's looking for an opening. Decides to carry it himself. He crosses the red line over the blue, makes the move back towards the middle of the ice. Beats his man, gets it to the front of the net. Victoria out to the blue line, not out. Kept in by Yogan Song. Back into the corner, it comes around the boards. Fode tries to keep it in. Big hit by Song as he ran into the back of number 7, Alvin Chan. Another hit on Barrett over the blue line.
Just outside.
Just outside the blue line is the puck.
Spin move got him on that one, unfortunately.
He would have been all right if he was by himself, carrying the puck in behind him. It wouldn't have been offside, but his teammate was caught deep in the zone. Face off outside the South Australia blue line. Won by Victoria. Chipped into the zone. That's number 11, Collins. He goes into the corner. Takes a bump. Behind the goal, that's number 2 on the puck. Chipped up to number 17, Janowski. He gets it out into the neutral zone. Trying to knock it down with the stick. Good hit by Janowski. In comes number 6 with the shot off the glove of Murphin. Back to the blue line it comes. Chipped to the blue line, not out. Good keep in by the Victoria D. Back across the crease. Collins can't keep up with that, catch up with that one. Number 16 keeps that puck in, takes a hit at the blue line. That's Leo Lynn on goal for a stoppage.
Big hit there on the side. First I heard that whistle, I thought it may have been a call, but no, it was a clean hit. South Australia getting encouraged to make their changes a little quicker.
Yep. Referee Fraser Olsen on the job. Face-off win. South Australia, they get it back behind the goal to the blue line, to the net, and Murphin grabs that with the glove.
For those watching at home that aren't aware, there's a home team advantage here of a late change for the Victoria squad at the moment. So as mentioned, the South Australia squad were getting talking to by the officials, and Victoria was able to change afterward. That's the reason why they weren't getting the same attention.
Again, face-off win. Loria takes it behind his net. Rims up the board, chipped out into the middle. Victoria player there cuts it off. Loria has to go back behind his own net. Again, into the corner. That's number 19 with it behind the goal. Gagnon up onto the blue line, to the point. Kept in. Back into the SA zone. Loria, he rims it around the boards, gets it to Trinka. Trinka chimps it past his man, skates onto it, beats him to the puck, takes it behind the goal, off the skate, just misses it with the stick, and that goes into the corner, and Astafeev picks it up. He goes behind the net. Up to the blue line, not out. Trinka gets his stick on that, stolen. That goes behind the goal, tries to get it to the front of the net. That was number 17 with it, Janowski. And good forecheck by South Australia on that play.
Absolutely. Hodge went into the boards quite awkwardly there, and he popped back up. Did a great recovery. Victoria did have a great recovery on the play overall, but as you mentioned, great forecheck by South Australia.
Face off to the right of the Victoria goaltender. Kept in at the blue line. That's Song with the shot off the blocker of the goaltender. Again, South Australia putting some pressure on. Victoria having difficulty getting it out of their zone. They go up the middle of the ice. Now they do. To the red line, chip down into the SA zone. After it is Collins. He tries to get it on his skate up to his stick. Chips it back behind the goal to the blue line. Barrett gets it. Takes the long shot. Oh, and that deflects just wide. Victoria player failing to get a stick on that one. Again, back to the blue line. Good move by Collins. And right into the glove of Murphin for the stoppage.
Heck of a backhand there, raised up very quickly, but the goaltender was up to the challenge.
.43, the shots on goal. Face-off will come back to the right of Murphin. Victoria slow to get out there.
They're taking full advantage of this, I tell you.
Oh, and that puck was fired through the legs of number 16 by Nelson. Almost deflected on. Back into the SA zone. Victoria now with pressure on. Up to the blue line, knocked down with the glove. Off the pads of Murphin into the corner. Loria putting pressure on the Victoria forward to the blue line, and out it comes. Nelson has to go back for it. He goes back into his zone. Breaks down the middle of the ice. Cuts to the middle. Can't get it to go. He picks it up. Back he comes down the left side. Just fires it in behind the goal. Two South Australia players after it. On the half boards. Behind the net, good stick by number 12, Fode. His opposite number 12, gets control of it. Out to the blue line again. Victoria having difficulty getting it out of their own zone. They finally do, as South Australia's on the change. Janowski, he lets it go to his teammate. Picks it up, his own face-off circle. Makes the long pass. That misses Fode, and it goes for icing.
Definitely seen Victoria taking, as we mentioned already, Victoria taking advantage of these line changes. I suspect they see something in that lineup matchup. The coach is definitely waiting and seeing what South Australia is doing in each face-off or each change.
Face off to the right of Murphin. Trinka in against Anson Chan. He wins the draw. Janowski, he gets it out. Trinka, he skates onto it. In on one-on-one, 1-on-3. Takes a hook, draws a penalty. And South Australia will be going to the power play.
Excellent effort there, drawing the penalty, doing everything he could to try to get a shot off.
And Trinka forces that one.
8, minor penalty, hooking.
Trinka forces that one with his speed.
Indeed.
Face off to the right of Pappas. South Australia setting up on this power play. They win the draw, get the puck towards the net. Oh, and that just deflects off the shoulder of Pappas. Into the slot. Back to the blue line and out. Brief delayed offside. Good strength by both the South Australia player and the Victoria player. South Australia ends up winning that puck. Back into the zone it goes. Loria setting up. Trinka, he skates behind the net, picks up the puck. Gets up a bit of speed down the left side. He's got two Victoria players merging on him. Fires it in behind the goal. Fode picks it up, chips it back behind the goal to Trinka. Trinka, he chips it back to the blue line. Loria, he wins it, gets it to the front of the net. Hard low shot, right to the front again. And back comes Trinka. Good speed by the penalty killer. That's Collins. He gets his stick on it a couple times. Wins that puck into the corner. Back to the blue line. Chipped to Loria. He turns back. Power play will go for a change. Just under a minute to go as Loria picks his way through the neutral zone over the blue line into the right corner behind the goal. Nelson, he's got a grip on him. Puck comes back down the ice. Out for it comes Murphin. He'll set it up for Loria. And leaves it there. Oh, Loria overskated it, as did the Victorian penalty killer. Good stick, number 3 for Victoria. Terminen, he wins it. Back comes South Australia. 10 seconds left in the penalty. Back down the ice it goes. Into the South Australia zone. That'll do it for the penalty. Good penalty kill by Victoria. Headman down the ice. That's going to go for icing. Victoria very effective on the penalty kill. 96% almost on 28 opportunities so far up until this game.
Well, that was, no, you mentioned it, Chris. It was an absolute by the book penalty kill there by the South Australia team.
Yes, South Australia had a couple opportunities, but Victoria just basically shut them down and kept most of the shots to the outside and put pressure on in the South Australia zone. The puck goes behind the net. Janowski, he picks it up. He just chips it up the boards to the blue line. Kept in by Nelson. Puck battle along the boards as the puck bounces between the skates. Song in after it. Truce. Back it goes. Janowski. He rims it around to Fode. Up to the blue line. After it is Trinka. He beats his man to the puck. Tries to put it past him. Gets deflected behind the goal. That's Fode with it. Oh, to the front of the net. That sits under the pad of Pappas, and he has to be careful.
Number 12 for Victoria out front there. Had to keep his legs apart. He did a good job. Actually sacrificed the body so the goaltender could get to the puck and cover it.
Face off to the left of Pappas. Won by South Australia. Back into the zone by Kudelka. Song picks it up. He goes around behind the goal. South Australia player taken down in front of the goal. Gets back up. Gloria, he takes it behind the goal. Back to the blue line. Fired back in. Far corner. 91. Nikita Loria picks it up. Through the net. And it looks like the net's off. No change for Victoria as the goaltender Pappas kicked that post off its mooring.
Great job with the officials here being right on top of that one, and the call right away to Victoria's bench. Nice and clear and quick.
Face-off won by Victoria. They just rim it around, trying to set up that set breakout play on the rim. But intercepted by the defense. Back into the corner it goes. Good check by Loria. Just pinches his man off and wins the puck, but they get it out over the blue line. Down comes Victoria, down the middle of the ice. That's number 6 with it. He gets taken down. And a penalty is called on the play. And South Australia, they'll be coming to the box for 2 or less. On the trip, I believe. We'll see what the call is.
Australia, number 10, minor penalty, tripping.
And it is indeed a penalty for tripping. Stuck down there. Back on the ice, Rafael Lacandula, after being escorted off gingerly earlier in the period. Good to see him back out on the ice. Back comes Victoria on the power play. They're setting up. They've got excellent skills and good passing skills. That puck sits behind the goaltender. Oh, wow. That puck made its way off the mask and through Murphin, but the referee lost sight of it and had already blown the whistle as the puck sat there in the crease.
Sometimes that's the way it goes. I mean, the officials can't see everything. We're not perfect, so it did get through.
Yeah, his vision would have been obscured by the goaltender as he made the call from the right face-off dot.
Good job winning the face-off there and pushing it down in South Australia.
Great stick by Gagnon. He gets it to Fode, who gets it into the zone, skates onto it. Out comes Victoria. Going wide down the right side. That's number 6, Jet Porter, puts on the Jets. Back to the blue line, just out over the line as Lacandula couldn't keep it in. Back to the blue line. Tried a toe drag. That was number 4. Couldn't get it. Victoria near the blue line. They get it D to D. Back into the corner. Down low. Takes the tight angle shot. And as they often do when they miss the net, those high shots rim around the boards all the way back into the defensive zone. Astafeev. Oh, great hit by number 21 on Astafeev as he had his head down going across the blue line. That puck is fired around the boards. 20 seconds left to go in the penalty. Back comes Astafeev, cutting to the net. Into the corner, South Australia. They pick it off. 10 seconds to go. Right on the goaltender. He tries to get it forward. 5 seconds. Back into the zone, battle along the boards. Out of the bench is Ung. He goes to the bench, and out comes Truce back in on goal. South Australia successfully kills that power play. Back to the middle of the ice, good pass, breaking down the middle to the net. Oh, and that rebound comes out. Number 2, Zanluigi had a glorious chance. And Murphin gets the pad down and smothers that puck.
Great job with the defenseman coming back too, putting pressure on the Victorian player, making sure he didn't get the great shot off.
Yeah, but what a great save by the goaltender.
What an effort indeed, yes.
31 seconds to go in the period. Face off to the left. Trinka up against Collins, back to the blue line. Fire towards the net, that's deflected, high slot deflection. Back into the corner, behind the goal. Play picking up physically to the blue line. Trinka, he chips it past his man at the point. Gets into the zone, a brief delayed offside. Fired across the zone, that's Gagnon. His pass gets blocked. Out onto the wing, and that'll do it for the period. 0-all is the score. 8-6 shots on goal for South Australia as they've come out strong on the forecheck and getting some opportunities. Victoria just not able to penetrate that zone. It had a couple of very close calls, including that one that set open in the crease.
Indeed, yeah. No, the goaltender's done a fantastic job down this end, in the South Australian, I should say. Both teams, great effort. It's been a very clean game thus far. I've been promised some sparks, so we'll see if that happens down later on in the second or third period.
We just saw on the replay as that puck came through, and then the save by Murphin. Good save. Oh, wow. Great save on the play.
Just listening into the South Australia bench here, coaches give them all the right answers, but also throwing in the don't forget to have fun part. Love hearing it.
That period, statistically, pretty light on. No goals. Penalties. 1 to Chan from Victoria for hooking at 6:38 or 6:39, and 1 to Ung for tripping at 2:50. Shots on goal 8-6 in favor of South Australia. No score as we get set for this face-up to start the second period. Start of the second intermission, we will have the referee supervisor for the tournament and for IHA, Chris Parks, coming down for a quick interview. And so stay tuned to that for that at the start of the second intermission. Pappas does his traditional spinorama slide into the goal.
Fancy.
To get psyched up for this second period. Fraser Olsen lined up at center. Checks the score timekeeper's bench, checks the goaltenders. They're ready to go, and down the puck goes. Back into the zone, Kudelka. He puts it up under the half boards. That goes to Ung. Picked off. Can't get it out. Kudelka. Ung, he gets it over on the wing to Loria. Loria going down. Draws it through. Takes a nice move and gets it off the pad of the goaltender. So he just had enough stick on his stick to prevent him from getting a really good shot away. SA back to the blue line, chipped out into the middle of the ice. Ung picks it up on the far side, fires it in. Song can't get it. Back to the D. Good stick by number 12. That's Nelson, and it goes in offside as number 8 for Victoria, Anson Chan, touches that puck inside the zone.
Just a bit offside. Great eye by the linesman there.
Face off just outside the South Australia zone. Trinka in against number 6, Jet Porter. Just chips it ahead onto the half boards. Trinka chips it past Barrett. Down goes number 7. He toe picked Alvin Chan in front, and South Australia has drawn a penalty. To the bench is Murphin. And as Victoria touches the puck, number 7 going to the box for a trip.
Victoria, number 7, 2-minute minor penalty for hooking.
That's a hook, not a trip. Either call would have worked. Face-off win, South Australia on their second power play of the game. And that'll be a short one as Trinka takes down number 2, Joseph Zanluigi, and he'll go to the box for South Australia. As the captain comes to the bench.
South Australia, number 46, 2-minute minor penalty for tripping.
That one was tripping, definitely. Off the boards. Unfortunate as he just got his stick into the legs of the Victoria player. And down he went. Face-off comes back to the right of Murphin.
Quality chance there, just missed at the end because of the penalty call. Great call by the referees to blow the whistle immediately.
7 seconds into that SA power play. All even at 4 aside now.
4-4.
Out comes Loria. Good battle against Astafeev. Fode picks it up. He gets it over to the wing, back into the zone. Fode in pursuit. He chips it behind the goal. That goes up onto the boards. Wide boards here as the glass sits at the back, so the puck does often get stuck up there. Back comes Barrett into the zone. Gets it to the slot. Takes a hit. And that puck is behind the goal. Loria on it. Waiting for South Australia to change. Marked by Astafeev. Astafeev and Murphin having a bit of a chat in front of the net.
And switch with Mickey.
As Murphin walks out to the edge of the crease, eye to eye with Astafeev.
Hey, that's not bad, boys. It's not bad.
Back down the wing. That's Song. He gets it to Trinka. Trinka chips it past his man. Good play by Barrett. Stick on puck. Around the boards it comes. Dropped off into the corner. That's number 10, I believe, for South Australia. Or number 11, Mickey Noddle.
No, Mickey, other side.
Taken down is the South Australia player. And to the box, Astafeev. He'll go for interference as he took down number 21, Song, at the Victoria blue line.
Victoria, number 13, minor penalty, interference.
So that'll make it 4-on-3. Lots of open ice for this penalty.
Absolutely. We were. I was promised some sparks early on. I think it's starting to happen now. I don't want a full fire, but I'm starting to see the sparks for sure.
This big Olympic ice surface. I'll make that little bit of correction. Number 12, Fode, is pronounced Fode. I should know that from the AIHL broadcast, but can't always remember, and I'll probably forget again, but apologies, but I'll do my best. As that puck is fired down the ice. Behind the goal, stopping up, Collins in pursuit. Back comes SA. Good speed by Collins on the back check as number 17, Janowski, puts it through the skates of the defense. One player out of the box. Another player out of the box, Trinka. And now we're 5-on-4. Good steal in the SA zone. That was number 2, I believe, for Victoria. Gets the shot away. Zanluigi right on to into the glove of Murphin.
Another solid glove save by the SA goaltender there. Maybe some baseball background, I'm wondering, but he's certainly great with that glove hand.
Yeah, and a great forecheck and steal by the number 2 of Victoria. Face-off win by SA. Back into the corner. Loria, he reverses. Stops behind the goal, reverses again, looking for options. Picked up by Trinka. He brings it out. Down the left side, over the blue line. Hits the linesman's skates. Trinka picks it up. Little toe drag into Loria. Loria to the middle of the ice, the slot. Puck is loose for just a second. And Pappas makes the save. Quick reaction off that pass and shot into the center of the middle of the slot.
Had to be quick, and he was quick.
Yeah, he was. Good opportunity. Bang, bang play.
Yep, gave up a slight rebound. Could have gave up a big rebound and did not.
Face off to the right of Pappas. 10-6, the shots on goal for South Australia. D to D. Loria to Loria. And that deflects over the glass. I think into the netting, or it might have gone under the Zamboni door as well. Number 28 for the week, I think.
Keep an account, I see.
No, I'm just making it up. I have no idea.
You're probably close, though.
We've had 60 games. It's happened at least one per game.
Oh, I bet.
Face-off win, South Australia. Good move at the blue line by Loria. Penalties over at 10:25. D onto the half boards. Loria looking for an option. Quick pass in, deep. Missed. Back to Loria. He tries to reverse on the boards up against Barrett. Barrett, he can't get it. Intercepted. Back comes Victoria, 2-on-0. Back to the front of the net. Oh, great play defensively.
Captain.
By 46, Trinka, as they had a clear 2-on-0, and Trinka takes away the puck. Back into the zone. He steals it. Fody picks it up. Loria, he backhands it around the boards to his brother. He takes it back behind the net. Collins after it. And they're all even, as you can hear the coach on the SA bench yelling even. South Australia still with some pressure as they get it into the Victoria zone, fired back down the ice. That's not going to go for icing as Loria slows up. Puts the pass out front, right into the front of the net. So he tried that move, putting the puck past the forward on the forecheck. Goes a bit too far. Back into the zone. Song gets it up to number 19, Gagnon. He gets it out of the zone. Back comes Victoria. Hard shot. Blocked. Behind the net by Song to Janowski. He gets it back to the blue line to number 7. Into the corner. Victoria now trying to put some pressure on, keep the puck in the zone. Gets deflected out to the blue line. Victoria, they keep it in. Thought it might have gone out, but it didn't, according to the linesman. Back to the blue line. That's kept in right on the line. A deflection in front. Slowed down just enough for Murphin to react. Back behind the net. Again, Victoria now putting some big pressure on. Pinned to the boards, gets away from his check. Backhand high out into the slot, off the skates. Down the ice it goes. That's not going to go enough for icing. Behind the net, picked up by Alvin Chan, looking for that stretch pass. And that gets touched. Astafeev into the corner. He avoids his check up onto the half boards. That's 12, Fody. Behind the goal, Kudelka. Victoria putting pressure on, back to the blue line. Wrist shot on net. Rebound sitting there. We're going to have another South Australia penalty as Kudelka takes down number 4 for Victoria. Lachlan Hodge in front. 8:26 to go in the period. Both teams exchanging pressure in the offensive zones. And to the box, number 50, Gabriel Kudelka.
South Australia, number 50, 2 minutes, roughing.
He'll get a roughing call. Could have been interference, could have been roughing, could have been holding. Pick one.
Yep. Almost one of those penalties where it had to have that penalty.
Face-off win by Victoria. Right into the glove and off the glove. Rebound comes out, back to the blue line. Victoria, he pinches in, takes the shot. That goes high and wide. And as I've said before, sometimes those top shelf shots, when they miss the net far side, they'll come all the way back into the zone. Good move by Nelson, puts it through the skates of Trinka. He takes it in to the blue line. Kept into the zone. Into the corner. Back to the point. Nelson. Lakandula. He dumps it in. Oh, that hits the post. Bang, bang play in front. Victoria, that's number 2. Joseph Zanluigi would love to have that one back as it rang off the post. To the blue line. Collins. He takes it in. D to the back door. Back to the blue line. Back to Nelson, good play by Trinkas. He takes it back into the zone. Backhand into the neutral zone. And Truce will get it off for a change.
45 left in the penalty.
Back into the SA zone. Waiting for an opportunity to clear it. Flipped high to the blue line. Picked off, and back comes Loria into the zone, over the line. Back to the middle of the ice. To the front of the net. Oh, fanned on the shot. They score! As going down the... speeding down the slot. The Victoria player kind of fanned on the shot. Made its way onto the stick of Artem Estefeev. And he puts it over the sprawl goaltender. And the refs are just talking about it for a second. I think it's all good. And they're just talking about who has the assist. And it should be good to go. Out of the box comes Kudelka. As against the run of play on the power play, Victoria goes up 1-0.
The work pays off there in the end, Chris. They were bouncing that puck all over the place. Great forecheck, great passes, great puck movement overall.
Face off at center. Song up against the goal scorer, Astafeev. Into the South Australia zone it goes. Into the corner. Rimmed around the point to Ung. Ung tries to backhand it out. Can't get it to go. Into the middle of the slot. Astafeev comes again. Tries to get a stick on the rebound. That gets knocked wide. Behind the goal, Noddle pins his man to the boards. Loria gets it up onto the wing, takes it out, tries the stretch pass, just misses Luca Loria. That was Janowski, and South Australia won't be able to make a change. 6:10 to go in the period, 1-0 the score. South Australia out shooting Victoria 11-8.
Just awaiting, and we have the esports tech is just updated now. So it was Astafeev, his fourth on the power play at 6:48 from Hodge and Say. That's Astafeev, fourth. Power play goal, 6:48 from Hodge and Say.
And that was a good save that Murphin made on the shot and deflection from the far blue line. That was number 7 with the shot. I didn't see who got their stick on that one, but it'll give SA a chance to change. 6:06 to go in the period. Face off to the right of Murphin. Won by SA. Backhanded up to the blue line. Chan, he dumps it in deep. That's Noddle with it. He chips it out to the blue line. Back comes Trinka. He's breaking with Fode. He gets it to him, takes the shot. That goes off the chest of Pappas to the blue line. Not out. Kept in by South Australia. And out they come, Victoria. Trinka, he picks it up. Cuts back to the middle of the ice. Gets the shot away. Blocked by the stick of Barrett. Back to the blue line. Good pinch by Noddle. And Collins picks it up. He brings it up. Barrett up to Collins. Chipped off his back. Down into the South Australia zone. Kudelka. He reverses. Off the bench was number 9, Flynn Gower. But Kudelka gets past him. Dumps it into the zone. Fode gets it. Truce, he can't get his stick on it. Porter, he goes in deep, has his pocket picked, and back comes South Australia. Number 3, he gets it back to Truce, back into the zone. Number 33 for South Australia. Haven't seen him for a while. Back into the neutral zone it goes. Janowski, he picks it up, backhands it to the Victoria line. Nelson, he gets it over to the captain, who fires it up to the South Australia zone. Blue line, back into the zone it goes, behind the goal. Tries the wraparound, goes across the crease. Hard shot on the rebound by Gower. Misses the net. Back to the blue line, a hard shot. Fanned on partially by Nelson. Back to the blue line. Rakandula makes a spinorama move at the blue line. Murphin has lost his stick. He gets it back. Back into the corner. SA, they dump it down the ice. That's not going to go for icing this late in the second period. Waiting for the ice cut. Looking for the breakaway pass. That's Victoria. A delayed offside. Janowski, he chases after her. And back comes Victoria as they break out of the zone. Chipped ahead to the breaking number 19 for Victoria. Intercepted. Back comes Loria. He crosses the blue line. Goes wide. Takes it to the front of the net. Off the chest of Pappas. And that just deflects behind the goal. Great chance in the slot. And just under the stick of Song. And back comes Victoria. They'll dump and change. Picking it up behind the goal, Kadelka. Astafeev, he puts pressure on. Picked off by Chan back at the blue line. Astafeev does the spinorama move. And again, Song not falling for it as he takes the body into the corner. Gets his stick on it. Oh, that's Noddle, sorry. Good play by the defenseman. I've been impressed with his smart play this week. Digging away at it. 5 players in there, 3 South Australian, 2 Victorian. Song finally picks it up. He rims it behind the net to the deed. Kadelka up onto the wing, chips it out of the zone. Laurie after it. He's on the foot race with Astafeev. Gets it behind the goal. Reverses with one hand. Tries to kick it forward. Back into the corner. Loria and Song. Looks like they'll go for a change. Trying to hit the Victoria player on the break. That puck comes loose. Ooh, and that slid just under the pad of Murphin. He didn't know he had it.
Just from our vantage point here, you can see, we're getting now to the end of the second period. The ice hasn't been cut. And it just started to bounce in a funny way. And it almost made itself in there.
Yeah, he looked like he thought he had it under the glove, but it was under his pad.
That's right, yeah. Just skipped to the, to his left, our right.
Face off to the left of Murphin. Chipped ahead to the blue line, but not out by Trinka. Back into the zone. Up onto the boards. Chipped back behind the goal. Kadelka after it. He's got Zanlugi after him. Into the neutral zone. 2 minutes to go in the period. Breakout pass to the line. Chipped in. Delayed offside. And that's got to be called. And that will possibly go all the way. No, face off just outside the SA zone.
I think they did have a decision to make there, though. If it was coming all the way down or not.
Both teams making changes.
One more time, Victoria is taking their time to see exactly who's out there before they make their decisions.
They look to be line matching, trying to get the right combination out there. Off the draw, Janowski, he gets it up onto the ring. Barrett chips it back. Back into the neutral zone. Trinka, he can't get it past the feet of Barrett. Puck is sitting there. Janowski, Trinka picks it off. He tries to cut to the front of the net. Good defensive play. In behind the goal, that's number 19, Lucas Say. He gets it, tries to get it, and to the front of the net, bang, bang play. Good save by Pappas, and back comes Victoria. Good back check. Chipped out to Trinka. He goes down the ice, down the left side on Barrett. Barrett takes the shot right through the legs of Barrett. Off the stick, over the glass, and into the netting for a stoppage.
Just over a minute left. A lot of heavy breathing coming into the bench here as we watch the players come in. 15-minute break here coming up now.
South Australia pressing. It goes behind the net, up onto the wing, over the blue line, stopping up, dropping it back to the front of the net. Oh, wide open, great stick in front by Kudelka. Murphin, he tries to freeze it. Back to the front of the net is Zanlugi, and he can't get it as Murphin has smothered it.
Great find off the wing there to see the open man up in front. Great job by the goaltender adjusting, make the save.
Face off to the right of Murphin.
Just 50 seconds left here, folks.
We'll go to a break and we'll have an interview with the referee supervisor for the tournament and for IHA. I'm not sure what his official title is, but Chris Parks will be coming and visiting us. I know he's been evaluating officials and watching the play during this tournament. Back through the middle of the ice. Good steal by number 11 for Victoria. Collins set away down the right side. He cuts to the net, turns around, gets it to the front of the net to Loria. Loria spins around. He's looking for an option. Back into the corner. 10 seconds to go. Intercepted by Victoria. Up onto the wing, half boards. That hits a stanchion and bounces funny into the zone, and that's going to do it as the puck comes into the neutral zone. And that's the end of the second period.
See things slowly heating up on the ice there. Looking forward to an exciting third period coming up here in 15.
Yeah, 1-0 South Australia. By no means out of this this game, keeping it close, outshooting Victoria 14-11 at this point. We're just waiting for Chris Parks to make his way down this way. Looking to see where he is. As the camera hoist is lowered, just seeing some replays of some great saves and the goals. And just waiting for Mr. Parks to arrive. And we'll have to get the headset off of Evan. Oh, we've got the separate microphone. Awesome.
We are.
My goodness, every time I come here, there's something new.
I've remembered.
Welcome.
Welcome. As referee supervisor, what's your official title in IHA, Chris?
No, I'm Mark O'Brien.
Oh, Mark O'Brien,
Yeah,
sorry.
So I'm the tournament RIC for the... Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm actually the tournament RIC.
There you go. I apologize. I thought you were Parks. Yeah.
The camera's
you need
right
to turn
behind
around.
you.
The camera's right here. So you get right back
You're
here.
more important than us. You get in there.
And there we go. We're in the camera.
Producing.
We're interviewing Mark O'Brien here at the start of the second intermission of this exciting TANGE semifinal. Mark, what do you think?
It's absolutely awesome. Watching these kids go from the first game to this game, and the level of what's coming through Ice Hockey Australia is actually incredible.
As we wait for the Zamboni to go by, yes, I agree. I couldn't hear myself there for a second. The level it's improved so much. I've noticed it in the last 5-6 years. The level of play, the physicality, the size, and the strength.
Definitely. Some of these kids, I feel like a midget walking around with some of these kids out here is so much fun. And it's really incredible too, like being a refereeing for the last 30 years, the kids are coming over to me, remembering me from other years when they're like, Kinsman, yeah, absolutely. And they're coming over to me going, Mark, it's great to see you again. Hey, on this play, can you review this and tell me, is this legal? Is this not legal? And we're having good chats about it all. So the kids are learning, and it's been great response with the kids, and absolutely awesome that they're actually looking for how do I improve my game so it is played in a safe manner.
So with the increased size, speed, and strength that we're seeing, that introduces further challenges for the officiating. in keeping up with the game. We have a situation where we've got officials that have played the game before. We've got officials that haven't played and put their hands up and are really keen to play. They might have played junior hockey and come up through the ranks and decided that they were going to be an official. What do you see as the challenges in that environment with the limited number of games per week they might face?
So definitely through experience of what is the difference between a clean check and an iffy check, I guess to say. But these guys have been absolutely we've been giving feedback from 6 o'clock in the morning from the first game right through every single, between the second and the third, going into the room. And WA, to the credit they've got over here, we've had 10 local officials, and they've just stepped up from game 1 through to today, and you'll see them tomorrow in the finals. So they're coming along, learning quite well. It's fantastic to watch the officials coming through at Australia.
And it is a tournament competition as well for the officials to see who gets that gold medal game, isn't it?
It is. And we've been very, very strict. And I've been up front. I like transparency with all the officials. So if their state is not actually officiating, then they can't be as the referees in that game. I don't mind them being linesmen, but as referees, they won't be able to be in that game because the players are used to what's being played by that referee, and I don't want the perception.
Yeah, perception is reality, as they say sometimes.
Absolutely. And the guys are so supportive of each other. So you've got 3 young guys growing up at the moment, young Owen and Jake and Nick Eyre. These 3 kids are competing against each other. Just it's awesome to watch these guys.
I've seen Owen from day one, and he's grown in leaps and bounds. And the one thing I've always noticed about Owen, he's more than willing to chat and take feedback, and but he's also a very confident official, and that's what you need to be as an official. Make the call, stick with it, and then don't waffle.
I haven't seen him in 12 months, so I was there for last year's Nationals. Coming back seeing him this year, he's lost 30 kilos. So his fitness and his speed on the ice, just to keep up with this, is a huge credit to that kid. So
I can say as a witness, I've noticed that he's done so many games here. I think that might have something to do with that weight loss.
His fitness is fantastic. So
indeed,
it's really good.
As someone who doesn't know and being ignorant to it myself, you both mentioned that they'd be competing. The officials would be competing for the gold medal.
Yes.
What do you look at when you try to judge which officials are the highest performing?
It's through their consistency, how they manage the game, their communication with the benches. I think communication is the biggest thing. We had Nathan Walker come in. He wanted a photo with all the officials, and one of the referees said to Nathan, "When you're playing in the NHL, what's the biggest thing that you want from a referee?" And Nathan's first answer, without any doubt, is communication. So when these guys here and we talk to the coaches after the game, how was the communication with the refs? Really, really good. Or he talked a lot to my captain didn't relay it back to me. But did he really talk to your captain about it? 100%.
Yeah, absolutely.
So communication, game management, their positioning, having that line of sight, getting into the end zone. We watch everything from these guys, even down to either pointing or actually giving it a signal.
Clear direction is everything.
100%.
Right, excellent.
Yeah,
that's exactly what I look for in my managers and supervisors. So
good.
Excellent, thank you.
Good.
We do have a question on social media. One of the listeners or watchers is asking about why girls aren't able to participate in TANGE.
In TANGE, because it is the full body checking, that the women's hockey is a non-checking league. It's contact but non-checking, and because TANGE is actually a full checking league, it stops it to freeze.
I guess that has to start somewhere, because if you look in North America, the Professional Women's Hockey League, there's definitely contact there, isn't there?
Absolutely.
Maybe they'll get to that point as the women's sport develops, and they'll get to the point where they are participating.
Well, they already got women playing at NFL, don't they?
NFL, the whole bit, yeah. So going forward, Mark, what do you see as the development, further development and coaching and training of the officials?
The avenues that Chris Parks has been talking to me about, what he's doing with Australia, is amazing.
Yeah.
So, at the moment, we're working with all the RICs. We have monthly meetings with all the RICs across Australia. I'm not an RIC of a state, but I am actually the player safety and chief of officials for the AIHL. So my job is to look after all the officials in the AIHL and give those reviews back to them, which I do on a weekly basis.
Yep.
And what Chris is doing with all the RICs across Australia and the development that he's seeing come through and what he's got in place, it's going to be great for the officiating of Australia.
Yep, absolutely. They have to learn just like the coaches do and the players. So
The game first is the players. We're only there to manage it.
well, I would argue that if you're not there, then the game doesn't take place. So there you go. And as I always say, it's a lot easier to call the game from outside the glass than it is inside the glass.
Definitely.
So
Yes.
with that, we'll take a bit of a break before the puck drops. Thank you so much, Mark. Did you have anything that you wanted to add at all?
Thank you very much. Absolutely amazing.
Great talking to you. Great meeting you. And
You too.
We'll see you again during the tournament. And thank you for stopping by.
Thank you very much for having me. Cheers.
Good stuff.
Thanks, Chris.
Take care.
Cheers.
Welcome back to Cockburn Ice Arena, hockey fans. Third period action coming up. I hope you enjoyed that interview from Mark O'Brien, the referee-in-chief for the tournament. I misspoke his name earlier. I apologize. With the second period summary, Evan Locke.
Thanks, Chris. Yeah, shots are now 14-11 overall. We had one goal in the second period by Astafiev. The power play goal at 6:48 from Hodge and Say. That'd be his fourth goal of the tournament. So Victoria up 1-0 as we stand, going into third.
Good stuff as the two teams go out into the face-off circle, waiting for this opening face-off of the third period. At the draw, Song up against Astafiev. That's dumped into the Victoria zone. Behind the net, that's Jet Porter. Sorry, Alvin Chan takes it around behind the net. He can't get out of the zone. Good forecheck by South Australia as it comes back down the ice into the SA zone. Back behind the goal it goes. Song with it. He gets it up onto the wing, deflected off the stick. Out comes Loria. Chip past him into the center zone. Kudelka, he gets it, chips it into the zone. Barrett knocks it down with his skate. Back to the blue line. Got to watch that change. As South Australia got lucky there. You could hear the communication as they come off the bench to make sure that they didn't get too many out there. Back into the zone it goes, picked off in the neutral zone. Fody, he goes over the line, takes the shot. Oh, and that had a chance. So it just got knocked over the goal. I had my vision impeded by the referee as he skated in front of me, so I don't know whether he got the blocker on that or whether it just hit the shoulder and over the glass.
I honestly didn't see it either. Yeah, no, it was a nice one. Everyone looked a little scared, but no chances.
I heard a reaction from the crowd, so back comes Victoria into the zone. Good back check by Trinka as he knocks it off the stick of the Victoria player. Comes back to the front of the net. Oh, and a close one by Victoria, number 6, Jet Porter, as he was in too tight to get it over the pad of the goaltender. Back comes Victoria into the zone. Janowski misses it. To the front of the net. Oh, and a shot right into the breadbasket. As that puck was fired to the front of the net by Porter, right onto the stick of number 6, Jet Porter. He fired it in one motion, but right into the chest protector.
Looked like as he was coming in behind the net there, he had eyes for the man out in front, and he sure enough did. Perfect pass out front. Great shot, too. Goaltender, a big goaltender, right in the way.
Yeah, he had his head up all the way into the corner when he picked that puck up. You could see him scanning.
Yes, indeed, yep.
I find the Victorian teams at the DeFries, Ginsburg, and Tange level all do that very, very well. Back into the zone it goes, fired wide. Back for it, off the glass, knocked down with a high stick. Lakandula goes back for it, the captain. That will bring a face-off in the Victoria zone.
High stick was called all the way there, but he didn't have much chance or choice but to go grab that puck.
No, that's right. I mean, if it had been in the neutral zone or the offensive zone, he might have waited for the opposition to touch it, but because it went deep into his zone.
Smart move.
Face-off, win by Victoria. Behind the net. Onto the stick of Zanlugi. He can't get it. Back comes Victoria over the blue line. That's number 19. Back to the... drops it back to number 9, Chan. And Terminen couldn't get a stick on it. Back comes South Australia. Deflected out down the ice. I think that's going to go for icing, and it does. As the South Australia players try to get that change in. They can't.
Officials on top of it right away. Looks like Victoria's come with a bit more hop in their step. They've now evened the shots. Had a few chances here early on.
Definitely kept the pressure on early. Face off in the zone to the left of Murphin. Lining up for it. Quick shot off the draw. That gets deflected high and wide. As the Victoria forward went down on one knee, That was, I believe, number 11, Collins, the recipient of that face-off win. SA gets the change in. Face-off won this time by South Australia. Janowski, he chips it out, but Loria had already blown the zone past the puck. Collins, he keeps it in reverse, takes a big hit, gets up. Song out of the zone. Porter can't get the stick on it. Song crosses the blue line, breaks in alone, right on Pappas, and Pappas with the big paddle fires it out to the blue line. Back into the zone, Song after it. Victoria, they can't get it out. Back into the zone it goes, into the corner. That's Porter or Collins on it. He tries to bring it out, gets it off his skate up onto his stick, into the zone, over the blue line. Porter after it. Losing his stick is number 66 for South Australia. Van Eyman picked up, stick knocked out of the hands of the South Australia player. In behind the goal. And Victoria, they'll draw a penalty. And South Australia to the box. Looks like number 91 for South Australia, Nikita Loria. No, it's number 66.
66, 2 minutes interference.
Von Eamon for interference.
Lots of sticks flying there, lots out of the hands, everything else. I didn't quite see the penalty myself, but I think there might have been a choosing at that point.
There were a couple opportunities. I know the South Australia player had the stick lifted and slashed out of his hands.
I did see that one, yep.
That play's a difficult one. I've seen it called as interference before. Puck to the front of the net, and Murphin dives out onto the loose puck with number 4, Lachlan Hodge, on the doorstep.
Yep. Definitely some urgency there. Great play with the goaltender to jump out, gloves.
South Australia losing a few of these draws, and eventually law of averages dictate that one of those opportunities will go in. They won that one. Kudelka, he spins around in his zone behind his net, gets it down the ice. That'll kill seconds off this power play. You can see Van Eyman communicating with his teammates on the ice. I don't know whether they can hear him, but certainly he's trying. Lakandula, he fires it into the corner down low, back to the blue line. Tries for a one-timer. That misses everybody, and down the ice it goes as Astafeev can't catch up to it. He chips it across, takes the return pass up the middle of the ice. Good stick by the SA penalty killers. Kudelka, he goes back to it. Gets it into the corner, fired down the ice, and just missed by the Victoria captain behind the goal. Pappas, he sets up for it, rims it around the boards. That hits the gate and bounces out funny. And back comes Victoria over the blue line into the zone. That's number 12. He gets taken down, fanning on that shot. Picked up by Trinka. He tries to put it through the legs and does. He picks it up down on the Victoria goal. He takes the shot and gets taken down and loses his helmet. He'll have to come off the ice. In comes Victoria. Murphin, he fires it out and down the ice it goes. 30 seconds to go, or 20 seconds to go in this power play. Victoria getting some chances, but no sustained zone time. As back comes South Australia. 10 seconds to go in the penalty. 5 seconds to go. South Australia pick it up in their zone. They chip it out. Back on the ice is Von Eamon. He goes to the box or bench, and on comes Loria. He collides with his man just outside the zone, and Ung brings it back in offside.
Just slowing things down there. Looked like things were starting to speed up, and unfortunately the offside. We just had the interview and they talked about communication. I see a lot of communication from these officials here today. Fantastic job by them.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I appreciate Mark O'Brien coming by and Tomorrow we'll probably have IHA President Ryan O'Hanley visit us for a chat. Down the ice it goes. That goes for icing. As from inside the Victoria blue line, all the way down the ice and beating out the race for the puck, number 17, Etienne Janovsky.
Game of puck position here. Big icing here for the SA team.
Yeah, 9:11 to go in the period. Face-off win and a chance here. Won by South Australia after it. That's number 13, Astafeev with the hit. Hit behind the goal on Barrett. Into the slot behind the goal. Tries to get it to the front of the net. He's spun around and at a very sharp angle. Gets it high over the net into the corner. Back comes Victoria. They get it to the blue line. Janowski, he can't keep it in. Chipped down the ice. Off a stick. No icing. Good reverse hit by the South Australia player, or Victoria player. Back to the blue line it comes. Chan. Back to Lankadula. Or no, the alternate captain, that's number 12, Nelson, back into the zone. Looking for an option. Astafeev, he rips a shot towards the net. Big rebound off the pad as number 8, Chan, goes through the crease and hangs himself off the crossbar briefly. Back comes Trinka. Drop for Fody into the zone off the back of Trinka's skate. Fody back to the blue line, and Noddle can't keep it in. He goes D to D. Kadelka, he crosses the line, takes it deep down the left side, behind the goal, looking for the front of the net, and the high slot fired by Gagnon. Good save by the Victoria goaltender.
Both goaltenders putting on an absolute show here tonight. The difference has been, in the end, it's just been one goal put on one side. Both guys almost perfect. I suppose on one side it has been.
Yeah, that scramble play in front of the net that was buried by Astafeev in the first period, or second period, excuse me.
And in truth, probably not the goaltender's fault at any point there.
No, he's got to get support from his teammates on that play.
Indeed, yeah. Just one breakdown.
Made the initial stop. Puck comes back down the ice, over the blue line, into the zone. Good play back to the front of the net. Out it comes. Hannon, he picks it up down the right side, gets it over to number 33. Back to the front of the net. Picked up behind the goal. Spinning around. Behind the goal, taken out, and back comes Victoria out of their zone. They chip it up to the half boards. Breaking out is Chan. He drops it off for number 19 for Victoria. Say, he takes it across the line. Fired behind the goal. Gower into the corner. Back comes SA. They just fire it down the ice, and that's going to go for icing with 6:58 to go in the period.
I mentioned last weekend I was here, we were watching the free, and I said Mike Liute, because of the big goaltender, seemed very stand-up. I'm going to say Pappas down here is reminding me of a young Ronnie Hextall, the way he moves around. The stick work is free-flowing. He's, he seems to be a bit wild in the net, unconventional maybe, but obviously efficient.
Yeah. Definitely a different style from the day, though.
Definitely that, yes.
Back to the front of the net, in the slot, spinning around. Number 11 gets a shot on goal. Good save down low by Murfin. Picked up by SA. Out of the zone, that's Ung. Harassed by number 11, Collins. He gets it deep, and they go for a change. Onto the ice comes the first line. Behind the goal. Swung around to the far side. Behind the goal, Ung. He can't get it to the front of the net. It gets deflected up onto the half boards. Victoria pick it up. Tried to get it out of the backhand. Off the skate. Loria picks it up. Janovsky, he comes over the line. Into the Victoria zone. Winds up, takes a shot. Just avoids a hit. Into the corner it goes. That's Porter after it. Stolen by SA. Fire to the front of the net.
Heavy sharp there.
Great play by Porter. Who was that behind the net? Song, I believe it was. Gets it out to Nikita Loria. and he fires it in one motion. Great save by Pappas.
Another great glove hand there. Again, both goaltenders putting on an absolute show here. Oh. Delay game on the South Australia side.
Fraser Olsen gave them lots and lots of warning for a slow change.
Bench 2 minutes, delay game.
Now we got a delay a game call against South Australia. Into the box comes number 33 for Victoria to serve the, or South Australia to serve this penalty. Max Marquard. Face off to the left of Murphy, won by Victoria. Quick shot off the face-off win by Hodge. Labeled for the top corner, and Murphy has his glove there. Playing just a bit deep in his goal. Fired down the ice, Fody. Back forward is number 12, Nelson. He swings behind his goal, up onto the wing. Barrett, he makes the outlet pass. Down the right side, Jet Porter. He gets it past the, doesn't get it past the South Australia player. Hard shot deflected. The puck is sitting there, and back down the ice it goes.
Delayed penalty coming here, Chris.
Well, we got a delayed penalty to Victoria, I think for high sticking. It is indeed a high sticking call to number 6, Jet Porter, and he'll go to the box for 2 or less. Well, 2 minutes, because this is a
Victoria number 6, 2 minutes, high stick.
Even 4-on-4 for 1 minute and 26 seconds.
Right. I believe the high stick happened against the goaltender. Is that correct? What I saw there?
I didn't quite see it. I just saw the call.
I did see the goalie's head bob there at one point.
Quite possibly. Good eye. Back to the blue line. Fired to the net. It's loose in the crease. Great chance by South Australia as Pappas was scrambling behind the goal. To the wing. Back into the zone it goes. South Australia, that's Trinka. He's on it. Barrett tying him up. Puck comes loose. Up onto the wing. Victoria, they get it out into the neutral zone. Back comes Collins. He breaks down the left side. Takes a bit of a bump from Janowski. To the front of the net. The puck is loose. Can't get a stick on it.
30 seconds here in the SA penalty.
Back comes Trinka over the line. Into the corner. To the far side. Scores!
Evened it up.
Pass to the weak side. On the 4-on-4 advantage, or 4-on-4 play. And that's number 50. Gabriel Kadelka. He buries that puck to tie this game with 4:24 to go in the third period.
The dangers of a 1-goal lead in the third period. If the other team can tie it, they now have the momentum. We'll see what happens next.
Face-off comes back to center. Still at 4-on-4. Celebrations on the SA bench. Back into the Victoria zone goes the play. Out to the blue line, kept in. South Australia back into the zone, hard shot. That goes off the shoulder of Pappas. South Australia pressing, looking for that go-ahead goal. Song behind the goal. He reverses. South Australia penalty about to expire. He goes onto the ice. That's Marquard. Trinka, out he comes. Over the blue line, that's number 4 for Victoria, Lachlan Hodge, as South Australia on a brief power play. Only 17 seconds left. Over the blue line, that's delayed offside. Picked up by the Victoria player taken behind the net. The penalty expires. They're 5-on-5. Back down over the blue line. Astafeev, he can't catch it. Trinka over the blue line. He cuts back towards the middle. Looks for an option over onto the weak side to number 66. Von Even gets it to the front of the net.
Another great chance there by South Australia. We're just waiting the official there. We finally have the official scoring summary. So that was Kudelka, number 50, his first of the tournament on a power play goal. 4:24 in from Loria and Trinka. That's Kudelka from Loria and Trinka. Power play goal at 4:24. Tie it up.
Good call. I was looking for that to see if it was Kudelka's first goal of the tournament. I think, thank you for that. Back to the blue line. Again, picked off as fanning on the shot was Janowski. He's back for it. Gets his stick on the play on Collins. The puck goes behind the net. He pins his man behind the goal. Puck is loose. Knocked down. Back to the blue line. 2:48 to go in the period. That puck is loose. To the front of the net. Off the pad. A great save. Scrambling in front. Puck comes to the blue line, not out. Fired back high over the goal. Picked up on the far side. Back to the weak side. Murphin has lost his stick. He gets it back. Back to the blue line. Out over the blue line. Good play by Gagnon. Picked off. In on zone. Goal goes number 12, Fode. And he's drawn a penalty.
I think that's going to be an interference call.
That's interference. And we've got a misconduct call as well. Not sure what happened there. I think the Victoria player may have thrown his stick off the bench onto the ice. I'm not sure. Timeout, South Australia. 29 seconds to go. And Victoria will go to the box.
Victoria, number 11.
2 minutes.
That's an unsportsmanlike call. I thought it was the trip as the South Australia player was going in alone.
I could hear the South Australia referee. Sorry, the coaches here speaking to the referees, and they did clarify that it was just the unsportsmanlike call.
Thanks for the comments on social media, folks. Much appreciated. I do my best because I love this sport.
Local legend.
Legend in his own mind.
No. Plenty of minds out here that feel that way. I, for one, am in that category.
Face-off will come back to the right of Pappas. 2:17 to go in the period. I was mistaken. That time on the clock was the timeout time. 2 minutes or less. Penalty to number 11, Mitchell Collins, for unsportsmanlike. Face-off won by South Australia. Song takes it behind the goal. Back to the D. Janowski. Back into Song. Fires it high and wide. And as I've said before, anytime you go for that top corner, you miss it. It's all the way down the ice. Murphin gets it behind the goal. Janowski, he catches up to it. Good pressure by the Victoria penalty killers. Trinka, he picks it up. He comes down the left side, over the blue line, into the Victoria zone, gets the legs stuck out to protect the puck. Fires it around the ice, looking for the rim play. And back into the zone, Janowski, he gets it up onto the wing. Down the ice comes Song, gains the line, takes it deep, looking for an open man, takes it behind the net, up to the half boards to Trinka. Trinka, he's looking for an opening. Back to Song. Song swings out to the slot. Fires and scores!
Wow. He took one more chance on that high shot, Chris, and this time, no mistakes, perfect placement.
That was a goal. I'm not sure. I thought maybe one of the South Australia players in front got their stick on it, but no. Song goes to the bench, first in line, and that puts South Australia ahead 2-1 with 1 minute and 11 seconds to go in this third period.
They rode that wave of momentum after scoring that first goal. It was a beautiful thing to watch. Again, always dangerous having that 1-goal lead going into the third, and unfortunately, this is one of those cases for Victoria.
Timeout for Victoria with 1:11 to go in this period. South Australia out shooting Victoria now, 25-23. You might pick up some language from the bench. We apologize for that. We can't help ourselves, and neither can the teenagers that are making the comments.
I'm pretty sure when I was that age, I was pretty colorful as well. If we remember, South Australia called the timeout just before they came out and put a push on and then eventually scored. So we'll see how Victoria is able to respond after theirs.
Been a very exciting game so far. Esports desk still trying to get it updated. They get confirmation on the assists on that power play goal.
I feel like I'm trying to buy concert tickets over here with the refreshes I'm doing.
There it is. I got it. That goal.
Goal by Song is 4th of the tournament in the power play with 1:11 from Trinka and Janowski.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chris. So that was Song from Trinka and Janowski on the power play.
1:11
with
to go.
1:11.
Good stuff.
That's where we're at now, 1:11.
Must be my new phone. It refreshed faster than yours.
I should have gone with a more expensive phone, apparently.
Very, very painful purchase yesterday after I dropped my phone, and $460 for the repair, so I decided to upgrade.
It's time, yeah, that's right.
Off the draw, South Australia, they get it under control. We'll keep an eye on Pappas to see when he comes to the bench, and he's coming now. Puck goes behind the net, back to the far blue line, chipped onto the half boards, taken into the boards lightly, no penalty on the play. Back onto the half boards, Jet Porter takes the shot, that gets blocked, back to the blue line, tipped in front behind the goal. Noddle, he chips it out to the blue line, doesn't get it past the D, and now Song does, out into the neutral zone. Trinka, he takes it back into his own zone, no offside, off the shin pad, on the clearance, no icing, and back comes Victoria. Good back check by Song and Trinka, onto the stick, to the blue line, not out. Again, not out, kept in by the stick. Astafeev back into the zone, fired off the Victoria player in the zone. Oh, and putting his hand on the glove is Trinka. On the puck is Trinka.
Did they see that? Yes.
He's going to go to the box.
Yep.
There might be a penalty to Victoria as well for the check from behind, but we'll see what the call is.
Eight seconds left in the game, folks. Potentially the game.
Period. We'll say.
Period for now, yes.
Just waiting to see what the call is. Trinka is still down on the ice. The referee asking the South Australia bench to come out and check him out. As he took a cross check to the back of the head on that play as he was smothering the puck. We'll see what the call is from the referees. Just waiting for the play here. And the call as the referees go to the South Australia bench, explaining to Coach Jeremy Friedrich what they saw. You're bad. Into the box, serving this penalty. And off goes the captain. Hopefully he's okay. He's clutching his ribs to the bench. And he'll sit down and to the box, serving this penalty.
Got a very close view here, Chris, and yeah, you could see the pain on their face.
Just wait for the referee to make the call. Penalty served by 33 due to the injury to 46. Delay of game as he put his hand on the puck just inside the zone. 8 seconds to go. Face-off won Scramble draw back to the blue line. 5 seconds. 4 right on goal. Puck is loose. Back into the corner. That'll do it. Game over. South Australia comes all the way back from a 1-0 deficit at the end of the second and wins this late in the game. Beautiful goal. Exciting period.
Beautiful goal. They rode that momentum all the way in there, able to finish it off. Great job by the SA team being able to pull that one off.
Yeah, Coach Jeremy Friedrich, Andrew Chan, and Jared Siemens very happy with that one, as are the team. To the bench comes Murph and gives his captain a big hug. So we're just waiting for the final handshakes of this first semifinal. What an exciting finish to this game, as South Australia, they never gave up, they never bent all game. Victoria came back and gave as good as they got, and at the end of the day, late, South Australia wins that game and gets the game puck 2-1, and they'll go to the gold medal final.
Great effort by the South Australia team. I mean, you have the number one team on the round robin tournament there going against it. No give up, as you mentioned, Chris. Unbelievable. Push, push, push. 2 power play goals in the third period there to win it all 2-1.
Kadelka from Loria and Trinka with 4:24 to go on the power play, and then Song from Trinka and Janowski with 1:11 to go. Penalties in that third period. Von Eyman for interference at 11:32. A team penalty for delay of game to South Australia at 5:57. Porter for Victoria for high sticking at 5:23. Collins of Victoria for unsportsmanlike conduct, and then Trinka late, delay of game penalty with 8 seconds to go. Final shots on goal for in that third period, 13-11 in favor of Victoria. Overall, South Australia outshoots Victoria 25-24. South Australia 2 for 5 on the power play. Victoria 1 for 6.
Chris, I think back to the second period there when Trinka made an unbelievable chase back and saved a goal down in his own end. It really felt like that leadership, might have sparked something there. Trinka had an unbelievable third period. Obviously assisted on both the goals there. Was a big part of this win.
Absolutely. Not to say Trinka put the team on his shoulders, but certainly he definitely was the influencing factor in that third period.
Yeah, no,
great third period.
Absolute inspiration. Definitely not. It was a team effort, no doubt.
So coming up next, we've got the second semifinal between the team from New South Wales up against Queensland to see who's the second team in the gold medal final. We'll take a break for the ice cut. We'll come back for the next game. For Evan Locke, Cass Edwards in the production team, Ewan on the camera. This is Chris Langell.